Morning, folks. We're at Sunday Morning Coffee. I think we're on 204 now. So, kind of run down things going on, stuff with the channel, stuff other than this. Um, Kind of my headspace and where I'm at with with the shop. You can have all the dedication in the world, but every now and again you need motivation and inspiration. Typically, they go hand in hand. And just kind of a general census of what's going on with Smith Welding and Restoration, what's going on with Lost and Found Automotive Restoration Supply. I just kind of want to bop in about all of those things. So, a word on Smith Welding Restoration. Bruce worked for me in Des Moines, and we'd been in touch. He's gone through some very large perspective finding experiences in his life here as of late, not too dissimilar to myself, but we had been chatting, via online and telephone, and it turned out he's like, "Hey, I'm moving to Melcher, Dallas," and Melcher, Dallas, from where I'm at, is maybe 15 minutes away. Knoxville's 10 minutes. You go through Knoxville off the other side, and it's Melcher, Dallas. So he's pretty damn close. We were touch and go over the holiday week with Thanksgiving, and then Monday he actually started in working part time in the shop for me, and we got a lot nailed down. I knew the owner of the Chevelle, Mr. Jarnigan, was going to be swinging by, but I didn't know when exactly. All I knew is they were coming by. It's like not Mondays, because Mondays I'm not really in the shop, and Mondays I'm in the shop, but I'm not. Most Mondays I try to dictate to working on the shop, not in the shop, not on a project. And this Monday actually will be a heavy grind because we got a lot we want to accomplish this week, so I want to get on task early. But typically my Mondays I spend, we're still sorting out stuff in the garage and getting that sorted around and stowed. I've got so much stuff around here that's not organized. I got a shelf of like mechanic stuff, oil, antifreeze, all the stuff you would have for mechanic work, and it's going to go in the garage when I get it cleared out enough. That'll be equipment parts storage, and that'll lighten the load of what's outside around here, and I can empty the storage shed. So we got a good deal done. We did well this last week, I feel. Not high production, but stuff got done. We pulled the parts shelf for the Chevelle down. You can kind of see it peeking over my shoulder right in this area. And we got all that pulled down, and Bruce went through and organized, relabeled, packaged, put it all together. And we got it loaded back up there. Got the cabin of the Chevelle emptied out. Got the Chevelle staged, and I'm working on the last little bit of chassis work that needs done there. Bruce has been cleaning up deck lid, hood, other parts for the Chevelle. So it was a really good week for the Chevelle. And like I said, I didn't know when Mr. Jarnigan was stopping by. I didn't know when Larry was going to be here, but he swung by Thursday, and it was beautiful. It was a day that Bruce had off. And at the point of entry, I was sitting at my desk, taking 5. But I had been under the car. I've been making my rounds. So it's kind of a sweet deal. I love it when it's like things are organically falling into place. And that's, I think, where everybody should strive for in life, is just things to fit without forcing. And another customer, Kevin, and I know he watches these occasionally, so hey Kev, how you doing? And as I jokingly state, he dropped off 2 perfectly good motorcycle tanks for me to destroy. No, we're not destroying them. We got work to do on them. One of them I'm dimpling. There's going to be video for that. I've got like 2 hours of video right now already, and I'll be loading it up and getting it where I can sort it out and edit it. And lead work, I got one for lead work. I've got one I'm putting together dimpling this gas tank. That's what was neat about it is I actually had to go to storage and get more equipment. My planish hammer was still in storage. My shrinker stretcher was still in storage. While I was there, it was handy. I grabbed my plasma cutter, so it's in the shop now, which I could have used last week. We've been very conservative on going places, buying things, all that, because we're not fluid yet. The shop's not fluid yet, so to say money is tight is an understatement. Not a big deal. It's just part of the process. I'm starting over in the hole, and for the first time, I'm standing here looking at it. I'm kind of excited about it. I don't like being in the hole, but I get to dictate things a little more than I used to. I've chosen to make things go a certain way. I don't have car lot cars in here. I'm really working hard not to bring in outside work. Like Kevin brought us the gas tanks, the dimples, and another one I got to widen, and they'll be done this week. He's an older customer. We've been dealing back and forth for some time now, and that's fantastic. I'll always try to slide in things like that for folks. And it came as a blessing. It was a moment we really needed a little spot of something else, because it's helped inspire me. There's a lot of work that goes into dimpling the gas tanks, because you cut the sections off and you switch them. Well, they don't fit at all, and the trick is to retain that shape, but you've got to move the metal quite a bit to make it fit. Retain the shape, don't lose that flow, and don't go cutting things up. You make your pattern, you transfer your pattern, you cut the holes out, and you don't cut anything off the tank, and you try only to just trim the itty bitty little nibs off of the caps that you're placing back in. So that'll, if you find me on Facebook, I've put up pictures. Otherwise, I will have video out for that. So Bruce and I have been hammering out. He helped out. I think he had close to 20 hours last week in here with me helping out. So that's going well. Larry, I was so pleased. It pleased me to my very core that he was pleasantly surprised. I had my paint match on the shelf to show him. This is the color we're going with. This is the modern representation of that color code. We're getting ready to set the body back on the chassis with bushings. We're gonna cut the trunk out next and fit the door hinges. And I have a list. I have a plan. This is the first time in no less than a year that I've actually been able to sit down and have a plan and show somebody that. So that's been fantastic. But yeah, like I said, I'm very grateful. The gas tank, it was inspiring. It made me scratch my head a little, and so that's definitely one way to get the excitement level up. Other than that, shucks, we've organized, we've cleaned. Still a lot more of both to do. A lot of stuff outside I need to get squared away before snow flies. But we're getting in a position here very soon. I'm going to be able to start cycling projects through. We're getting things where they're at a billing, a point of billing, and we're going to be able to cycle. We'll work on this week, and then we cycle this in, work on that. I had the conversation with customer of I want to stay in your project. I don't want to bring in outside work. Actually, I've had this conversation with 3 customers now. The 3 projects that are in the shop. I don't want to bring in anything else outside. The casual things, the things that just kind of organically flow to us because of who I am and of what little I've built, they're fine, but I'm not actively pursuing other work. And I think I've struck an accord with each one of these folks I'm doing work for with the projects that are immediately here, which will allow us to keep plowing forward. And then we can cycle projects and bring this in for a day and then shove it back out, bring that in. Just getting a flow in production moving is an inspiring, wonderful feeling. My dedication's always been there. It's never wavered, but inspiration and motivation have been waning lately. I sat here for 3 weeks in my chair staring out the window and the door of my shop for a good 3 weeks after my mom passed, just getting sorted out. And I'm still getting sorted out, but it's better. It's different. It's new. It's a new normal. That's it. I just want to stop by, say hey, Sunday morning coffee. It's kind of what's going on. Lost and found automotive supply. I'm just kind of on the hanger right now. I've got to start getting a hold of vendors, manufacturers, and all that, and really start putting together the bones of the business model and plan. And that's been put on hold because we need money to pay bills, so I've been working. I'm going to try to get with the girl and get her a list to start formulating these things, putting them together. That way we've got 2 set of eyes on it. So I'll continue hitting the record button. I'll get stuff edited and ready to go out. And I'm already working on getting some products for, tools and products for demo videos. So that'd be fun. But other than that's it. That's my week in a nutshell. It's been good. I will talk to you all later. Thank you.